Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Eduard, and it comes in 1/48 scale. It should be handy with their recent release. It's F4F-4, and here we get landing flaps for this aircraft. As you can see, set number is 648817, and we have a commercial sample here, so it means you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video. And in my opinion, this is a useful set because the flaps are pre-molded on the original kit, and here you'll get a chance to copy the dropped version. Note that we also have the small print sign, so it means this kit was created with help of 3D printing, and also the packaging is quite standard for Bryson. As you can see, this is not a huge box, and also we have a 3D image of this set on the side. There is nothing interesting, maybe the price tag only, it's 1995 euros as far as I remember, and here you have some safety advices and address of the manufacturer. Note that everything is sealed, so that's why I will use the knife in order to cut through. And in the meantime, I can also remind you that you can find the review of the original kit on our YouTube channel, and it will be an interesting thing to check because the plastic kit actually shows what can be achieved with modern technologies, and it's quite impressive, to be honest. So that's why I definitely recommend to check it if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, so what do we have here? And packaging does not include the foam, as you can see, the protective foam, just like in the bigger boxes for the Bryson sets, but as far as you can see, everything arrived intact. And frankly speaking, I was expecting the PE assembly, but here we get main elements copied with help of 3D printing, and it looks rather impressive. So I will show it in a second so that you can understand what I'm talking about. For example, here we have this framing for the... Here we get the framing which will be installed in the flaps. As you can see, these are really thin parts, so you have to be careful, but note how it is printed. We have the protection from both sides, so it should help you avoid any accidents during the shipment. And as you can see, these are really thin parts, so due care will be required, especially when you will be cleaning it off the supports. But overall, I really like what we have here. This is really impressive, especially considering that you get it out of the box. You don't have to do anything extra in order to get this framing properly aligned or installed in place. Next, we continue with more parts which are 3D printed. So here we have one of the sections which is printed separately. As you can see, they're really thin. This is also showing the benefit of the 3D printing technology. We have all the external details on them, so this is also good. And again, the basic approach to the assembly is quite simple. You cut off these parts, you combine them together with other parts, and you're good to go. But then there are bigger flaps sections, so here they are. They are printed in the same style, so we have the supports or these protection bars from both sides. As you can see, also the attachment points are quite thin, and we have again the external features and the thickness exactly the same as what we saw on the smaller sections. But that's not all. We also get the PE parts. PE parts will be installed inside the wing. So these are unpainted PE parts. Here you can see them. This is a typical Eduard product. It's a bit plain, but we have these recessed areas where you can see the lighter sections, and here you can check from the opposite side. We also have the riveting, but I'm not sure why it is present there because it won't be visible on the finished model. And just so that you can understand what we will be building from this set, I think it's worth closing the lenses and checking the assembly manual. So here it is. Again, typical for Bryson products. Here, by the way, you can see the image of the finished assembly. And if I open it, here you can see what should be done in order to get these flaps in place. So first of all, of course, you will have to modify the original plastic parts. You cannot avoid this, so be ready and use the right tools in order to get the precise cut. And then we continue with the PE parts installation. Also, we install this, as you can see, 3D printed framing onto PE. So it will be the part of the wing, and the drop down section of the flaps is actually what we saw as 3D printed parts on the own supports. And here, by the way, you can see the parts map. We also have the paints chart and of course address of the manufacturer. So overall, it looks like a useful set, but it will require some due care, especially considering the fact that you will have to modify the original plastic. But if this is not a scary thing for you, then definitely try to get it for your F4 build, because it will be quite a interesting addition and it will be noticeable in 148 scale. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And if you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.